Well, hello everyone, and welcome to F1 2020's Tier 4 race. And you join me, Stuart, and Witja here today on what appears to be a very sunny Italy, and doesn't look to be any cause of concern for the drivers on their tyre choices and strategy for today, as we've got a few of the drivers heading out on track now. Obviously, Witja, you are going to be more experienced with these drivers. I mean, who should we be keeping an eye on today?
I think Vico is gonna be really fast there.
Yeah. Me personally, I'm very good friends with Rigby and Connor and the Williams. We've been practicing a wee bit this week, and they have been putting in a very nice performance so far and getting to know this track. So I wouldn't be throwing them out of the way quite yet. As you say, obviously Vico is one of the faster drivers around here as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Also Nelly, last week, very good quality of him there.
Okay, we will be making sure to keep an eye on him as well. So almost the full track on the field, looking to get their out laps and their laps in. And it looks to be either Chemical Wolf or Bada going to be getting us started off here today.
Think, yeah. Wolf is the first one there.
Both drivers in the Haas, of course. So we'll stay on board Chemical Wolf and see what kind of benchmark times we can be expecting from him today.
I will stick with Vico.
Good man. Now, it's crucial, obviously, going into that first corner, the most important corner of this track, and it's definitely the one to either... Yeah. It's definitely the corner to ruin your entire race here. If you put it too quick in there, you're going to miss the apex. If you put it too fast in the way out, you're going to lose traction. It's definitely the one to ruin your qualifying, as well as, obviously, Chemical Wolf being the first one out on track is setting good pace right now, going around Sector 2, and he spins into the wall in Sector 2. Doesn't do any damage, it doesn't seem to be to the car. So he's okay just now, but he'll be looking to get into the pits once he's let these drivers pass, get himself some fresh tyres on. As we jump onto his teammate Bada, who's in his teammate's Haas car. Again, setting some nice pace.
There.
So we've got an invalidation from Vico there. Again, these drivers are going to probably head to the pits, get themselves some fresh tyres on. So we get Bada about to set our benchmark time here as he's coming around the last corner. And over the line at 122.1. Now, I think he's got more. I don't think that is going to be our fastest time today. So right in behind Fingerhook with the 120.2. That is more like it. That's what we want to see. So
we also on a flying lap.
And Tom H right in behind Fingerhook with that 120.259. Very nice from him. And Depakwe right in behind the 120.6. Chemical Wolf does cross the line, so he's just going to go again. Very surprised from him. Ellis on the medium tires. Very interesting choice. All these times very close together from all these drivers. And then here's my boy Rigby in 5th with a 120.6. So all very nice time so far, and again, all very close together, and that board is very easily changed with a very nice lap from one of the drivers. Got a McLaren coming over the lap from New Squid. And Military Shadow had an invalidated time, so his lap time doesn't stick, and he is now on his flying lap.
And then he go across the line there, and he goes for 120.5.
Very nice time from Nelly. Good call out from yourself. Obviously knowing the track a bit better than likes of me. Bada now coming out of the pits, get himself some fresh tyres. I would agree with that choice from him. We've got the
purple sector too.
Very nice. And 7th place from the Mercedes with a 121.0. That's very good from him as well. Right in front of Noof Squid and Mr. Silence. So we got Ari Gustavo just missing out on that pole position with a 120.3. So again, all very nice times from these drivers today. So Military Shadow, by the looks of it, will be coming into the pits. T. Jardy coming over the line now in a 120.5. And we'll see him just ahead.
Oh, the boy goes fastest.
And there you go. Rowe with the 119.7 and setting that half a second quicker than the rest of the drivers so far. And very nice from him. So very fast racing expected today.
Yeah, pretty good lap from Wouterbo there. Half a second faster than Finger.
Yeah.
Nice one there.
Now, next we will be watching Vico. Highly anticipated. And hoping we can see him in at least that top 5 positions. So we'll stay on board for him. We'll watch his flying laps, see what we can expect from this. One thing we need to be careful with here with these drivers is obviously we need to make sure that they're staying out of the way of these drivers on their flying lap. So many incidents last week of drivers being in the way.
Yeah.
So good to see Connor just holding back there. Yeah.
I think Charlie is going to a fast lap there, a flying lap. We just started, so.
So it does.
Purple sector 2 there.
Yeah, Vico on a very good pace here.
Yeah.
But is it enough? That's the big question here as he comes to the final corner in Sector 3. He doesn't quite get the apex, but gets the power down, short shifting from 4th to 5th, back up 6th, 7th, sending it down that inside line. He'll go over the line and it's the fastest time, a 119.6. Fantastic lap from Vico. And now it's the turn. Once I find it.
A very good lap from Vico. A very good lap.
Fantastic lap from Vico, and
Very
it's
close.
we're now on Connor, the teammate of Rigby in the Williams, to see what he can do. Not yet set a time, and is now on his flying lap. Hopefully these tires are going to hold out for him. Hopefully he hasn't sent it too much in his out lap. Quickly down the gears into that first chicane, and back on the power on the exit. Very nice. Kept it tidy. Again, a little bit down on the likes of Vico's time in that Sector 1 benchmark. Oh, and they just misses the apex again. Not quite quick enough in the power from Connor. DRS open, and he's going to get as much speed as he can down here into this final chicane. Does purple that Sector 2, so you can tell the drivers have maybe been holding back on that Sector 2.
Yeah, I think so. Everyone gets a purple sector to do.
So can he get the apex? And he does, and gets right back on the power, sending it down. All he has to do is just hold this inside line. It's going to be a 120.7, so right in behind Rigby in that 10th position. So not a bad place for these two drivers to be.
From 3rd to 10th is just 5 tenths. That's insane.
Yeah.
Very close fields.
We're now on board Military Shadow again. Another driver not quite set a time yet. And amongst watching Connor, we've also got Team Kill set himself a 120.8 on the softs as well. And it looks like a 199. So that's going to see him in 3rd. And again, because of that 5/10 of a time gap there between 4th and what was 2nd of Rowe, it's just going to allow for so much gap in there for drivers just to sneak in ahead of Fingerhook. And Fingerhook Getting a faster time in the 1:19.7 right as I'm talking about it. Fantastic time from Fingerhook again.
And now Gustavo on a false lap there. Goes a little bit deep. He gets that purple sector too. He's almost 2/10 above his under his time.
Again, it's making me think drivers are just holding back a little bit on this sector 2. Maybe not quite comfortable on these right-handers and just holding that apex to the outside line. It can be a bit tricky. Very easy to allow these cars to slip. Really holding this inside line from Ari, and it's lost him a little bit of time there. But he will cross the line to 1:19.9. So I'll see him in 5th, and again, very nice time from Ari.
Yeah, very good of him.
Again, it keeps him comfortable. Nelly about to cross the line as well. Already been 3/10 up, and if he had held the inside line, he could have gone better, but he does pull out a 1:19.8. Now can Rowe... Rowe couldn't quite answer back to Vico, but he did better his time. He's now down to only hundreds of a second between him and Vico. So not quite there. Mr. Silence also coming in to get himself some fresh tyres, and it's such a short pit lane for these guys. They're going to have to be really careful so that they don't get themselves some penalties on that entrance to the pit lane. So Vico also on his way out to see what he can do better, just to show these drivers that he is the superior.
He's definitely the fastest at the moment, so
and he's showing that.
Lap time from Vico.
So here he comes on his flying lap, holds the first 2 corners to perfection. Straight back on the power now for that long sweeping right-hander. Holds the inside line. Of course, ERS well opened up. And he's already ahead of his time by a full 10th. So we're going to see something good here. And again, very nice to that chicane. Very clean. Straight back on the power again. On the inside line. Clips the corner. Straight back onto the outside. Again, tidy through there. Now onto the DRS. Full send, well up above 210 miles an hour. Sector 2 purpled. Again, be careful through that chicane of Sector 3. Not to lose any time through there. And looking good from Vico. Inside line again. Straight back on the power. And again, holding this inside line. Can he do better? He will do better. It's a 1:19.4 from Vico. And straight away, row the boat. Catch me if you can.
Yeah.
Vico answers right back to Rowe, saying, "You ain't beating this, son." Now Fingerhook coming around to set his flying lap. Can he answer back now? Already showing good time. With only 4 minutes to go in qualifying today at Monza. Who will be superior? Right now it's looking like Vico.
Absolutely, yeah.
So all drivers now just about heading on track. We get Tom H already 3/10 up on his time. What can he do? Already in 7th. He does go a 1:19.9, so he gains himself 1 position. But Ari is on an outlap, and we will come back to him to see what he can do to answer back to Tom H. We now return to Fingerhook, who's a little bit up on his time. Down on his time.
Yeah. 3/10.
So,
Good from him.
so will he be holding back to go again? We'll soon find out. And right behind him, we have the Williams of Connor. So as soon as we've saw this lap, we will jump onto him and see what he can be doing. So Finger really wide there, and he's going to go again. DRS open. Connor, and invalidates. He just couldn't hold the line. Really unfortunate from Connor. Perhaps just a bit too much on the throttle. The Mercedes of T. Jardy also across the line. And he'll be looking to go again.
Gustavo started that lap, so he's now into turn 1. He's after the Mercedes there.
So let's keep an eye on Ari as he looks for Widgeman Gates to move out of his way. And again, this is something we spoke about at the start. We're looking for these racers to be respectful for the faster cars on their qualifying laps, just to move a little out of the way, allow them the racing line. DRS from Ari, and again, perhaps lost a 10th whilst manoeuvring around Gates. But is purple in sector 2 again.
Gustavo very aggressive there.
Very aggressive.
3/10 up bonus time.
So Ari currently in 7th with a 119.9, so he's looking to get himself into that 4th or 3rd position right now on his current pace, only 2/10 up, and again holding that inside line, 119.410, and there's your new pulsar. But Vico is also, and he's invalidated, so Vico perhaps not going to get another chance. We will be right back with him to see what he does.
85 hundred of a second. It's crazy.
Just goes to show how crazy times these drivers are setting. We've got Rowe. Let's be on board him now. Very clean through that first sector on his final lap of qualifying. Can he pull something out here? Looking to increase his time by around 2.5 tenths. So no movement from the Haas or the Williams.
And I think Vico is on a flying lap too.
It looks to be, but according to my screen, he's not changed his tyres. So to be in 2 lap holes and still be up by a 10th on his second. Again, just showing he has the speed and the knowledge of this track. Now, Rowe, unfortunately, is a little bit down on his time. And will not get another shot at this, so that could be him in 3rd. Yeah, and Rowe does go to the pits. We'll get on board the McLaren of Team Kill, who is going to the pits as well. So it is just Vico left.
He's going to prove, I think.
119.3. There's your pole, sir, again showing dominance in this race. Unfortunate for Rigby, invalidating his time, so he's not going to get to set a fresh lap, and it looked to have been a good one. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Exciting, very exciting stuff from Tier 4 from Monza. And we'll be right back with you, ladies and gentlemen, with your racing startup.
Well, 2 laps also, and he gets the fastest lap. That's
nuts.
Great, performance there.
Nuts from Vico, but very well done to him. So here you are, ladies and gentlemen. Here is your lineup for today. In the first set of positions, we've got Vico and Ari. Very, very good competition between these two. In behind them, we got Rowan, Military Shadow, Fingerhook and Nelly right in behind them. Tom H and Team Kill. And then we've got Jardy and Mr. Silence. Chemical Wolf and Depacway. the Williams duo of Rigby and Connor, Dave Squid and Widgeman Gates, Ellis and Bada coming up the rear. So, favourites already looking like Vico and Ari to have a very good race here between each other. And it's all going to come down to the tyre wear. It's going to come down to safety cars as per usual. Now, as commentators, we love to see an incident. We love it. It's exciting. But let's have a clean race, guys. Let's have a clean one. Come on. So formation lap time now for these drivers. 27 laps of Monza today. And what is the strategy from the back lot? What will they be doing today? So tyres, we've got Chemical Wolf on the hards. Interesting stuff from him, and Rigby and Connor in the medium. So I think that would be my favourite strategy to go for if you're in the back, if you're in that back 8. Rather than the softs, try and get as much out of these mediums as you can, and then if you've got the pace later on, go for the softs and full send. I'm not sure the hards is the right decision from Chemical Wolf. What's your take on it, Witch?
I think the hard's gonna be really tough to get up with the softs.
I think you're just going to be... And the problem with the hards is they're so uncomfortable to drive with until, I don't know, 3-4 laps into them. The mediums, you've still got quite a lot of speed with them. You've got the cornering grip. And until you've got a bit of wear in these hards, they're just... there's no help from them whatsoever.
Yeah, true, absolutely.
So Chemical Wolf trying to get as much heat in these tyres as possible, and there is your predicted pit stop strategy. So the soft to medium, they're looking to pit around that 11 to 13 period, and then for the hards on lap 10. So again, if the drivers can make the tyres last, and they should be able to, because there's not too many corners in Monza, they should be able to go that full 13 laps. And here come the drivers to get lined up back on the grid.
Gonna be excited this race. I think I'm gonna go with Vico 1, Gustavo 2 and Venue 3. That's my prediction.
4, 5 red lights on the board. And they're out. And the drivers are away. Very bad start from Vico straight away. And that allows Ari to get ahead in the Ferrari. Sending it into the first corner. Who will be victorious? Contact between the Haas and the Red Bull. And it doesn't look like it's caused too much trouble. Everyone has made it through the first and second corner in the chicane. However, drivers of Rigby and Connor losing a couple of positions. And Ari and Military Shadow do get up and above Vico. So a great start from them.
Oh, there's contact with the boat.
That is the Red Bull of Rowe in the wall.
But Gustavo got a drive-through penalty. With, I think, the jump at the start there.
As we come down into the Sector 3 chicane, all drivers full go round here.
Oh, Vico goes side by side with Military Shadow there. With the switchback maybe. EOS on and he gets the move done. Great move from Vico.
Military Shadow right in behind Vico as well as they go down into the first corner. Vico just closing down that inside line. Military Shadow has to go to the outside. Vico cuts the corner. Will pick up a warning for that, I'm sure. But it just closes Military Shadow off and allows him to get away. Thankfully, no damage to Vico's car or Military Shadow's car from any earlier engagements in any cars, which is very good for them. They can continue on their race. T. Jardy, as we wait for the leaderboard to sort itself out. Now Ari is in the lead, Vico in behind, and Military Shadow in third. That is where we're at. We've also got a virtual safety car, and it looks to be Bada is now the race on that Sector 2 chicane. So Fingerhook opting for the mediums after such a fantastic qualifying is now down in last place after an earlier incident. Rowe as well had to see himself and spins it into the wall during the virtual safety car. Not the race start that he was expecting here, and does have front wing damage on that front right corner. So drivers of Ari Gustavo has to go and serve his drive-through penalty now, and will opt to change his tires.
Get a drive-through.
Mr. Silence got it. So Ari Gustavo now changing for the medium. So Chemical Wolf, being on the hards, will be able to go longer obviously than all these drivers, but is coming now. No, it's okay.
And Waymaker Arches with 10 seconds penalty there.
So Mr. Silence still with the drive-through. Ari Gustavo, does he have another drive-through?
No, he put it for the medium, so I think he gonna get the drive-through now.
I thought it would have just served for him, you know? Obviously not.
Yeah.
Could be an error on our side, however, it doesn't look to be that. The drive-through has been served, and here comes the Packway now on Rigby. Oh. Rigby closes the door on the Packway and doesn't allow him down that outside line. So we'll stay on board this fight between Ellis, the Packway, Rigby. We've also got the Mercedes of Wisman Gates right in behind. We've got Ellis now on the outside line of the Packway. Can't get the move done, so he's now looking to get the ERS well opened up. He's also got the DRS. So does the Packway now on Rigby. So Ellis trying to get as much drag as he can. Now opting to go down side by side into this first corner. This is where it gets dangerous. And the Packway again superior. And I'm not sure that was the right thing for Ellis to do there. He maybe should have held back, kept the speed down, the momentum, rather than having to go right down into first gear. So Rigby, again, being the superior.
And Vico with a 3-second penalty there. Military Shadow is wide on his ass there.
So Military Shadow will obviously get the DRS on Vico. Vico not with a lot of ERS left, so Military Shadow will look to maximize his opportunity here.
Oh, and Gustavo cuts the corner there. Gets a 5-second penalty, I think, there. Not a good race from Gustavo there. Jump at the start, and now this. It's not looking good for Ari Gustavo.
Yeah, not looking good for Ari at all. The Military Shadow still on the tail of Vico, but we will rejoin this once we've got a bit of a closer gap. We're going to go back to the Depakwe, Ellis and Rigby fight for that 9th position. So into the first corner, and Depakwe looking to be on the faster compound of the soft tyres. Rigby obviously on the mediums. And Ellis also in the softs, and you can see how they've got just so much speed on Rigby, and Depakwe now going down the inside of Rigby onto the chicane here, right on the brakes. He knows he's side by side, gives him as much room as he can. Rigby having to just pull off from that battle, just allow Depakwe the position. He knows that he's going to be out for a lot longer than what Depakwe is, perhaps even another 3-4 laps. Once we get to the pit lane window. So Connor leaving his teammate behind, now getting himself up into 7th on the medium tyre ahead of Chemical Wolf, who's on the hard. So Depakwe will now be reeling on Chemical Wolf on the soft tyre. But again, Chemical Wolf will be looking to go at least 18 to 20 laps on these hards.
Yeah. Chemical after corner there gets a DOS, and Arjen Gustavo with a 3-second penalty, and Fingerwood retired from the session. Speelt zo in Ascari.
Another virtual safety car, and it looks to be Fingerhook. In that notorious Sector 3, he looks to have spun it off in that chicane. Not good from him. And again, such a fantastic qualifying from that driver. So we are under VSC rules, which means no overtaking. And we have the green flag. Race underway. Just as I say it.
We end up parking with a drive-through penalty there. A lot of drive-throughs penalties here.
So, speeding under the safety car, perhaps.
Yeah, I think.
If I was Rigby, I would just serve it now. I really would. Just get it done, get back on track. You've got the medium tyres, you're going to be out for longer, start getting the pace back up, do it while your tyres are still new. Now we're going to jump on board Connor as he looks to take the Mercedes of Jard. Of T. Jardy, he now goes down the inside line on the medium tyres, which again, I would have expected the softs to be holding out better than what they are from T. Jardy, but Connor just has the better pace and obviously shown the practice on this track. He knows where to do his moves. However, it's not over from T. Jardy. Still putting the pressure on Connor and just catches the stones. So does Chemical Wolf just in behind. So T. Jardy will have the DRS when we come round to the end of Sector 2 into Sector 3. Can he maximise and close this gap before we hit the long straight? And it's not enough to get a move done, but he's now closed Connor down to a 0.4 of a second. Very nice and clean through the chicane. Connor a little bit wide. And here comes Jardy now. Closing the gap ever more now down to under 0.3 of a second. Just needs to hold this now. Round the final corner. He's a little bit fast in there, so Connor gets the better exit. But the DRS now on that home straight. And again, I don't think it'll be enough. He's not getting any ERS left. Connor still has enough to keep that 6th position by the looks of it. So Jardy not getting anything done here. Early on the brakes, not to go into the back of Connor. And we're off again. Depakwe now in the pits.
He's going his drive. He's serving his drive through, I think. Yeah. He doesn't switch his tires.
Again.
Still on the sauce.
I still think Rigby should have went in. I know he's holding out to hold a position here, but all he's doing is allowing his tyres to wear down more. And it almost cause him some time and speed here.
Chemical Wolf is maybe going to the move on Charlie, but...
And Military Shadow's out of the race!
Oh! Big crash. Oh, is this a virtual safety car? He's just standing in the middle of the way of the drivers, and should be a safety car.
So, Military Shadow's car is literally in the middle of the track. And it just goes to show how easy it is to change this race. Rigby needs to go in the pits now and serve this drive-through whilst we're still under safety car conditions. So lots of drivers heading to the pits now. We've got Jardy, we've got Nelly now getting out right in front of Rigby. The McLaren of Team Kill as well, also opting for the mediums. Nelly opting for the hards. Rigby now opting for the soft tyre, which is a brave move in my opinion for that, especially with 17 laps to go. Not sure that's the move. It means he's going for the double stop.
He's going for a medium soft.
Yeah, that's what it looks to be. So he's going to have to get some amount of speed. And I hope he's brought some extra fuel for it, because that is a long way to go on a double pit. So the top 7 opting to stay on track of Vico, Tom H, Connor staying out to take third. A fantastic ground that he's made up, with the pressure of Chemical Wolf now right behind them on the hards. So the strategy from Connor, 10 seconds behind Tom. So this is just between him and Chemical Wolf right now for that podium position. And the strategy, what do you think Connor will be doing now? His teammate is obviously, he's down in 10th, he's going for the 2-stop. Hasn't served his drive-through yet. You're going to have to be careful for that as well. So if you're Connor Widge, what do you do from here?
Just wait under a safety car and pit about lap 20 and go for the stalls and just fly everyone past. That's so. And you?
Me, again, I would be kind of thinking, what was my strategy from the start? You know, medium to the soft. You want to be going. I think Connor can make this about 17, 18 laps on these mediums, as long as the wear's okay. And then he's soft, so he's going for the 1-stop still from here. And it's the right strategy. I'm not sure what Rigby was doing. I don't know if that was a planned pit stop, as he does serve his drive-through now. I'm wondering if Rigby's plan was only to serve his drive-through, and it's taken him into the pits. Maybe just a bit of miscommunication from the pit crew there.
Vico is into the pits. He's going for the mediums.
So that will be Vico till the end of this race, and very easily to do with 16 laps to go. Obviously Tom H still on track, so Connor will be taking second position unless Vico can beat him out of the pits, but not quite. And here comes Chemical Wolf trying that inside line, obviously with the DRS, but again Connor slamming the door and says no, second place is mine. So further down the field, we've got Nelly and Team Kill. Nelly with the DRS opened up. Is he going to go down the inside? He looks for it, but again, not at the corner in time. Looks to back off, keep his momentum, and not lose any time on Team Kill. Smart move from him there. So Widgeman gets now in the pit onto the mediums. And a fair...
goes down the inside of Alice there. And I think he gets the move done, yeah.
Yeah.
Great move from Vico. Nelly and Temakil very closing upon each other. Nelly with the DRS and the EOS. He's going for a move, I think. Goes on the inside. Yeah, very easy pass from Nelly.
Very easy from Nelly indeed. Again, the DRS aiding him massively there. And Team Kill with next to no ERS left, and Nelly with over 50% on his Chemical Wolf. And Connor again staying out on track as Tom H now heads to the pits. On his way out on the mediums, and Vico straight back out ahead. So, very good move from Vico.
And Nelly sets the fast lap on those horse with a 23.1.
It's okay, we'll get the numbers out eventually. So Connor's showing his pace and strategy right now, starting on the mediums after starting in 11th or 12th position. Rigby also setting the fastest time on his fresh softs, a 122.822. And showing that he has the pace on these softs, but is it enough? A long way to go from him. So Connor now needs to keep up his pace and get at least another 5 laps, and again maintain no penalties as Vico picks up a second penalty and 3 seconds onto his time. Fantastic race to watch so far. We've had incidents, and Wisman Gates now out of the race in Sector 2 by the looks of it, and has spun it into the wall. And we're going to see yet again another virtual safety car.
Yeah.
And all of this...
How many virtual safety cars we got? 3.
3 so far. 3 or 4.
Yeah.
And it's just allowing Connor and Chemical Wolf to maximise the grip on these tyres. They're getting to slow right down. They're not having to push it into these corners. And it's just going to allow them to get 1 or 2 more laps in. Great race from these guys so far. And again, proving that their strategy is working. But Vico is hot on the tails of Chemical Wolf, and as soon as we get back underway, there's the green flag. So Vico looking to get something done here on his fresh mediums against Chemical Wolf, and here he comes down the inside line ahead of Chemical Wolf. Very easy done on that move there, and minimal ERS used. So Chemical Wolf now showing that the hards are just wearing a bit more. Connor still out on that pole position, but now Vico will have DRS.
Vico is flying on that medium stint there.
Yeah, Connor using everything he has, ERS, maximum fuel, and will keep the pole position for now. However, still so much time to go, and Vico right in there, very cautious driving from these two racers not to make contact.
And what about with a drive-through penalty? Speeding under the virtual safety car.
Okay, and here comes Vico now down the inside of Connor. He just can't hang on with those fresh mediums. So maybe another 2 laps from Connor. Pit on 16, get 10 laps out the softs. I think that's going to be the strategy here. He knows he's going to be losing time. Obviously, we'll get Tom H down in 4th, now closing down that 10-second window to Chemical Wolf and Connor. Vico not really managing the CRS. He's full open taps, and Connor still saving it up. Very wise.
I think Vico is trying to break the DRS with Connor. Are we gonna yellow sector 2 there? Oh, and it's gone.
Caused by Ari by the looks of it. I'm not too sure why. And I've also noticed Rigby has pitted again and is now back on the mediums, and didn't keep those softs for very long.
I think 3 laps of the soft there, and he's going to the mediums.
So he'll be going the rest of the race in these mediums, and I'm a bit confused by his strategy right now. I think just from the earlier drive-through, and I'm not sure he meant to switch to the softs in the first place. I think he wanted to keep the
Yeah.
mediums, and I think it was just a bit of a pit crew miscommunication.
Yeah, I think.
So
There
12.
is nothing to see. Everyone is just 1 second. It's
Yeah.
not on the DOS.
Not a lot happening right now on track. And again, it's going to come down to strategy, and the drivers maintaining their concentration, holding out for perhaps even another virtual safety car. But it's amazing how much this table has changed. With Fingerhook and Military Shadows starting right up at the top and losing out sort of mid-race. Obviously, Vico still out in front. Connor now in second. Chemical Wolf in third. But obviously, still with a pit stop to go. It's quite a short pit lane, this. So it's... They don't have to worry about too much about losing time. So Connor should still come out ahead of Nelly right now.
Corner with a good race.
Very good
He's
race.
going, I think, two laps on the mediums, and again he's going to the soft stand.
Yeah, that would be my strategy from here. Rowe now in the
Yeah.
pits. Severing his drive through by the looks of it. So not too many penalties have been handed out here today. We've got a 3 second to Rowe, got 5 seconds to DePacquay after speeding under the safety car. Ari with the 3 seconds, Ellis with the 3 seconds, and Vico with the 6. So, if Connor can get a pit done onto the softs, get himself underway, we've got Rowe now spinning out in Sector 2. And it's just not been his race
yeah.
today.
No. And he left the session.
Just not been his race today. Very unfortunate from him.
The Parker will ook a bad race there. He's going. Yeah, I think he did a 3-stop or 2-stop. He did a 2-stop from soft to hard, and he has a drive-through penalty, so it's not good for him.
No. Again, just not been his race today.
Yeah. Also for Rigby, not his race. But he's closing up on Ari, the Ferrari driver.
Now, Ari will need to pit again, so that should see Rigby back into the points.
Yeah.
So further up the field, Connor and Chemical Wolf now visiting the pit lane and looking to go for the softs. Connor straight back out. Where will he come out? 5th. Not bad at all. No, he will be taken by Ellis. So a bit of time to be made up here from Connor. And we'll have to show
He's
his...
gonna fly.
He will have to show his pace on the softs now.
Yeah.
Just-
Right now, Connor is my driver of the day.
100%. Fantastic driving from him. From 12th up to... It was in first for so long. Fantastic strategy. Obviously, been able to keep a clean race throughout. Definitely so far my drive of the day. And if we can get
Yeah,
even
true.
more positions, I'll definitely be giving it to him. Now, we are hopefully to be trying something new out today with you all, and looking to perhaps even be speaking to our driver of the day.
Yeah. And Mr. Silence is closing up on the parkway. He gets the OS open. I think that's an easy pass from Mr. Silence. Yeah, and he gets the move done. No! The parkway goes deep there. Mr. Silence with a really bad exit, but he can get the DRS on the straight there. Nelly is closing some time up on Tom there, and Chemical Wolf with the fastest lap.
So Team Kill won the 10 lap old mediums as well. Connor obviously on the fresher of the soft will be looking to try and get this gap closed as quickly as he can. Already 5 seconds down on 4th place. 7 laps to go. Something to be done here. Hopefully. Ari Gustavo now in the pits.
Yeah. He's going for a fast stint softs. He got a really bad race from yeah. Not a good race.
Starting in pole
From
position.
2nd to 13. It's not good. Not good for the championship.
Not
Chico
good
with the
at all.
25 points.
So although Connor might not see a podium today unless something severe happens, if he can get 4th, that's just going to the points that you can accrue for the Williams team is just going to be crucial for that constructors.
Himmelkamhu is also flying on the softs. He's just after Connor. And Alfa Romeo gets great points for the Constructors Championship 1 and 2 at the moment. Very nice job from Tom and Vico. Mr. Size is really close to the parkway, but he needs to back out. He's too far for catching the parkway there.
So Team Kill does now take the pits after only 12 laps on the mediums. That's I would have said he could have went the full distance. Not too sure Team Kill's thinking there. But that will see Connor to 4th place quite comfortably. Unless Chemical Wolf has something to say about it, and he is hauling his tail.
Yeah.
And here he comes, Chemical Wolf down the inside line, and has to break out. And does go wide in that corner, and does lose his time there. So, should just stay in behind. Now on DRS. ERS open right up corner, not using ERS. So, here comes Chemical Wolf down the inside. And sends it so quick into there. So Chemical Wolf picks up a 3-second penalty for a track extension. Which Connor, as long as he can keep on his tail, isn't going to be worrying about that too much.
And the parkway Mustang goes almost side by side.
Mr. Silence really wants to get himself back up the table now. So just pulls back a little bit. He is on the fresher medium tyre. He's just going to wait for the DRS round here to close this gap. He's got the ERS. He does open it up. DRS now open. The Parkway has plenty ERS for once we're back onto the straight. But it's Mr. Silence. He is going to go side by side into sector 3 corner. Into the chicane. There is contact between the drivers.
Whoa.
And Mr. Silence into the back of the Parkway. And the Parkway just going to allow him past. Obviously realising that he's got the pace on him.
Yeah.
I think that could have been done a little bit better in letting him pass, perhaps even once the turn is done. It's all about driver awareness. So I'm going to jump on T. Jardy now of the Mercedes, hunting down New Squid in the McLaren. So again, in that Sector 2 DRS zone to close the gap. Nelly is also putting some really good work in catching Tom H, now trying to get ahead of him on the home straight. T. Jardy does get that move done. Nelly also looking to go down the inside. Holds the inside line. Tom gives him back the position. Tries to get the better exit, but Nelly holds. It just makes his car so wide on this track. But Tom H will answer back as he goes down the outside, and Nelly now on the medium tyre. Brakes early.
A switchback.
Which means he's going to have the better exit, but Nelly straight on the power. So Nelly secures that second position.
Oh, now Gustavo goes side by side with the Parkway there. Gonna use all of his areas.
And Mr. Silence, now Ari Gustavo down the inside. The Parkway goes very wide there. Nelly now picking up a 3-second time penalty. So Tom H so far will be seeing that second position. Now Ari Gustavo taking Mr. Silence very comfortably on the home straight. DRS and ERS all used now. Nice apex in there after such high speed, well over 200 miles an hour down into that first corner. Fantastic racing from Ari Gustavo.
And Thomas is closing up on Nelly. He's too far away to get Nelly there.
But he doesn't have to do too much over Tom H, as Nelly now has a 3-second time penalty, so he will be seeing a podium position. Both drivers will be seeing a podium position currently, as Chemical Wolf with a 3-second time penalty as well. Tom H now looking
side by side.
Will just pull off. So again, DRS opened up. I think because he's used all of his ERS, he's not going to be able to do anything going into this next Sector 3 straight. Nelly really smooth through the chicane. Just holds so much pace through there. Military Shadow now has left the session. Unfortunate for him earlier on in that earlier incident.
McLaren are really close to each other there.
So Tom H now looking to get the move done on Nelly, goes down the inside and will take this comfortably. Slowing down as quick as he can to get the apex on that first corner. Very nice on the exit, so is now ahead of Nelly, but Nelly will look to answer back going into the next chicane on the entrance to Sector 2. And again, just showing his track knowledge here and where the track limits can be, and just he's holding this racing line so smoothly, Nelly. But there's just nothing he can do against Tom with that 3-second penalty. He's got the DRS, so there's just a constant overtaking battle here between these two racers. And again, a very easy overtake from Nelly to get second place back. Really smooth through these corners. Short shifting back up into 7th, and now Tom H with the 3-second time penalty. So Nelly now back in contention for that second position. And it just makes it all that bit more interesting. Vico's just gone. He's just chilling.
Yeah.
So Chemical Wolf.
15 seconds.
Long way.
Yeah.
So Chemical Wolf.
Oh, and the two McLaren's going side by side though. On the parkway with a 2-second penalty.
So DRS for New Squid now. On these 14 lap old tires, is looking at the outside line, should I say. So to me, Team Kill. Oh, and there's contact between the two drivers. New Squid does give Team Kill the place back, and for some reason, 3-second time penalty given to New Squid, Team Kill there. Not 100% sure why. But New Squid is kind enough and respectful enough to give Team Kill that position back.
And Vico wins the Italian Grand Prix. With a 15 seconds gap from Tom, his teammate. Oh, and Nelly almost lost it there.
So a very comfortable win for Vico. Tom H and Nelly in behind on the 2nd and 3rd place. Chemical Wolf now coming across the line in 4th. And here comes Connor after such a fantastic race from him today. Into 4th position. Very well done to him. Definitely my driver of the day today. And we will see
for me too.
Ellis into 6th, T. Jardy in 7th. The McLaren of Team Kill should be in 8th. Not sure why he was given that 3-second penalty, but New Squid will take 8th position. Team Kill in behind. Now Rigby in 10th position.
Yeah, another good race from Ivy Gustavo.
Fantastic race from them
Drop
today.
us 9 places back.
So, Formula 1 2020 will give Ellis driver of the day, but in all honesty, for me, it is Connor.
Yeah, for me too, absolutely. He just drives a great race on this medium soft strategy.
Fantastic race from him today. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. There is your final leaderboard for today. Vico is our victory champion today at Monza in pole position after such a fantastic race from him here, getting 15 seconds ahead of second. We got Tom H and Nelly in behind on the podium. Havoc Connor in 4th and Chemical Wolf in 5th. Very close battle between these two, and Chemical Wolf also picking up the fastest time with a 1:22.6. Ellison Jardy in behind. New Squid and Team Kill of the McLaren. We've got Rigby and Silence in behind there. 12th and 13th, Ari Gustavo and DePacway. Rowe, Widge, Military Shadow, Fingerhook, and Bada, unfortunately, down the back of the table there. So, thank you very much everyone for coming along today. Thank you, Witcher, for having me today in the Tier 4.
Yeah.
It's been a pleasure to commentate alongside of you. Obviously, we're doing something new over in the content team. We're going to be putting out some highlights, so I've got this all recorded. I will be breaking it down and hopefully can provide you all with some clean footage rather than my very pixelated stream. But yeah, thank you everyone for coming along today, and we will see you hopefully in Tier 3 and Tier 2 at 5 PM. And again, I will be alongside Rigby for Tier 1 today at 7 PM. Anything from yourself today, Widger, before we leave everyone there?
No, it's just a great race from Connor. Just for me, the driver of the day, and a dominant race from Vico.
Yeah, fantastic race from those two drivers today, and very well done to everyone on keeping as clean a race as possible. And we will see you all next week for Tier 4.